Hello and happy Monday. I'm actually filming this quite late in the day, so the lighting again is iffy. However, there is no hubby in the background because he's still in the office working, and I'm trying to get this done before he comes in to rest for the evening. It's been very busy and I am absolutely knackered, but I thought I'd get this done, try to keep to my Monday schedule, do all the things, but here you go. I normally do for Monday my weekly perfume adventures, and I'm taking a break from it this week because if you watched my video last week when I talked about trying out a bunch of my Kayali perfumes, sorry, itchy nose, and I was testing swatches of lipsticks or lip stains that I had, and they stained. They really stained. I found that I had some that I didn't like, and I didn't like them enough to actually want to keep them. And one thing I have discovered, which has been really helpful with these weekly perfume adventures, is it's really giving me a sense of what I like, what I don't like, and what I'm going to keep, and what I think will be better, going to a better home, and for me to declutter, either to give to my girlfriend who's got I think 5 daughters, or sell, in a few of the perfume groups that I am in and things like that. And anyway, so last week was Kayali, and I realized that there's just a bunch of Kayali that I own that I don't love. I went through and tested all the ones that I tried last week, which was the Kayali Oudgasm range, which included Tobacco Oud. Spoiler, I love that one. I will be keeping it. But all the rest, Vanilla Oud, Cafe Oud, and Rose Oud, I am going to pass on because they're just not nice enough for me, to want to keep. I'm going to keep a little bit of it, in a small vial as a reference, but I'm not sure if I'm even going to do that. And then I found a few that I had, and then I've got some dupes and things like that I think I don't really want to keep for various reasons. So I'll talk about this too. So it's kind of a big-ish declutter for me. And I went through and I also smelled like some of my other Kayalis. And I had the Vanilla 28, which is very, very popular. And also the Utopia Cocoa Vanilla or something like that. I don't remember the exact name, but I am going to hang on to those two for now and see how I go, because hubby really liked that one, those two. And I quite like the cocoa one because it had a coconut note in it. So I might hang on to that until the summertime, wear it again in the summertime, and then see if I like it enough to keep it. And also today I'm wearing my boyfriend's Do It Better t-shirt. I didn't bother getting too fancily dressed, but shout out to Echo. Yes, I do have pants on. I know she likes to know this. It's this thing now. Anyway, so let's talk about Kayali. So the ones that I am going to pass on is, first of all, Cafe Oud, which surprisingly is the one that I liked second most in the range of the Kayali fragrances that I have when I was talking about it in the other video, because it's got what's that stuff? It's got coffee in it, because cafe coffee. Actually it's let me have a look. Cappuccino. However, the rose is quite strong in this. So it's actually giving me Montal Intense Cafe vibes, but with a lesser rosy vibe through it. So, but I can still smell the rose, and the rose does come through, but it's not nearly as strong as or as overpowering as Montal Intense Cafe. No, is it Intense Cafe? Yes. Which I got rid of because it was just like, no, I did not like that one. And this one has enough coffee that I can kind of smell it, but then after it dries down, mostly all I smell is rose, and I was smelling rose all the time, and I just don't like rose in my perfumes, so that's gonna go. And the other one that's gonna go is the Vanilla Oud, and this one, the reason it's going is because it just is very like nothing. It's kind of like supposed to be vanilla. It's kind of supposed to be oud, but it's so faint on the vanilla and so faint on the oud. It's sort of a very good introduction for somebody who likes a sweeter perfume and wants to sort of dip their toes into oud. But it was like not enough vanilla and not enough oud, and it's like, you know, make it a sweet oud and put more oud, or make it a sweet vanilla with a hint of oud. But it was neither here nor there. And it was also giving me a headache. So that's going to go. And finally, Rose Oud. Well, I don't need to say anything about Rose Oud because Rose Oud is not for me. It is so rose strong and rose heavy. And we all know how I feel about rose scented perfumes. I really like rose scents in my bathroom as a room spray, but not as a perfume. So that's going to go. And then there's the Kayali Yum Pistachio, which I know a lot of people love, and it's very hyped, and a lot of people really love it. And, you know, I've got a fair chunk of it in there. And it's, look, it's nice enough. But it's just never been, like, enough. Like, it's kind of sweet. It's got pistachio, gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, and cotton candy. And to me, it's just kind of like a sweet perfume. It's very young. And I keep thinking I want more pistachio, and I want that nutty, salty scent that I get from pistachio nuts that I really enjoy, but it's more, I don't know, it's just more sweet, and all I smell is sweet, and I don't smell gelato, so, oh, sorry, I don't smell pistachio, so that's going to go. And I know a lot of people love this, so, but it's not for me. And finally, is my Kayali Love Fest Burning Cherry. And look, I've got a giant bottle of it. It's 100 mils. And this one's kind of funny because I was in the US a few years ago. And I had bought a sample because, you know, on the Kayali website, you can actually buy samples of their perfumes, and I bought a sample of this and I sprayed it and I loved it. And the thing is, I love cherry perfume and cherry scents. I mean, Tom Ford Love Cherry, Lost Cherry is one of my favorite cherry perfumes, all-time favorite. And I love Cherry Smoke. And I thought, look, I thought I would love this, and I sprayed it again. And right off the bat, you smell the cherry. And it's that medicinal maraschino sweet cherry scent that I like. But it goes away so quickly. It disappears. And then you don't really smell much of the cherry anymore. And you would think that I would really like it because it's got things I like praline and patchouli. But... and I know this is a common complaint about the Kayali perfumes, is it just doesn't last. It doesn't last, and it doesn't smell the way I want it to keep smelling. And the dry down is kind of a bit nothing. And I don't like that nothing of a dry down. I mean, what's the point? So I'm going to declutter this, and hopefully somebody else will love it. And then other than that, okay, this is one of my favorite perfume scents. Okay, it's the the Dupe Spot version of Byredo Bal d'Afrique. It's their inspired version of it, number 227. And it's okay. It's probably close-ish, but I find this one has more citrus, but it does not last at all. I've seen people say, oh, you know, the Dupe Spot perfumes are fantastic. They last a really long time, etc., etc. But everybody's skin is different. And this does not last on me. Originally, I was getting it because I love the scent. And I kind of wanted it as a room spray. And to, like, spray in my bed sheets. And, you know, for, what did I pay? I got this off someone. And I think I paid like $20 for it. And, you know, $20 for a room spray, that works. But I'm not paying the $400 for the original. But this is one of my all-time favorite summer perfumes. It's just not something that I want to wear. So I think I'm going to take it out of my collection. I will try to sell it and see if anybody wants it. But if they don't, then I will just spray it on my bed sheets. And then other than that, what else do I have? Oh, yes, I've got two vanilla perfumes. This is the Atelier Cologne Vanille Intense, or Intense. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that word. So that's there. I actually have, there's a fair chunk of that gone. And this is one of those refillable bottles that you can open. So that does open up. I've got plumber's tape around it to sort of give it a really good tight seal and make sure that it, you know, doesn't leak or anything like that. But this is a bottle of the Vanille Intense by Atelier Cologne. I never reach for it, and I've discovered over time, and I know a lot of people love vanilla right now, and vanilla is having its moment, but I don't love vanilla. I mean, I like vanilla, but I like an interesting vanilla. So I like a spicy, boozy vanilla. I like a cinnamony vanilla, excuse me, and I like a brown sugar vanilla that's like crazy over the top sweet. You know, you might as well just drown yourself in Bath and Body Works, but I like that, you know, because it's sort of different from just straight up vanilla. And this is nice. It's a nice vanilla, but I don't love it because it's not the kind of vanilla that I like. I went through this phase a few years ago where I thought, oh, I love anything vanilla and I wanted everything vanilla. This would have been a long time ago, probably 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. So, you know, before the vanilla craze. And I actually have a lot of the vanillas that are very popular right now that I bought a long time ago, like Tijuana Indult or Indult Tijuana, not sure. And all of those, and they're beautiful. And I actually have a lot of vanillas in my collection, but I don't love this, so I'm going to pass this on to somebody who might love it more than me. And then also the other one is the Pure Vanilla, La Vanilla Laboratories Vanilla. And this is, again, back in the day, was a very, very, very popular vanilla perfume. And it is very pretty. It's a really, really pretty vanilla perfume, but again, it's just straight up vanilla. But it's, you know, sweet and it's vanilla. And I just prefer vanilla that's more interesting than just vanilla. So yeah. So this one's gonna go too. And then the last two, which is probably going to be a little bit surprising, is Special Day by Bujairami. Is that the way you pronounce it? Bujairami. This is a clone house here in Australia, and it's a very, very popular, very hyped clone house. And Bujairami Special Day is actually the inspired version of the Kayali Wedding Silk Santal, which is one of my favorite perfumes from Kayali. And I'm debating, my box is a little bit funky for this. For some reason, I think the glue in the box got weird and it came kind of stuck together. And the bottle is a little bit funky because I think some of the glue got on the bottle. I don't know. But there's nothing wrong with it. And there's nothing wrong with the bottle, but it just isn't like super duper shiny. It's kind of got a little bit matte. But anyway, I don't love it compared to the original. And I would be the first one to say to you, if I can pay less and get the inspired version, or if the inspired version is close enough, is good enough, I don't have an issue with inspired versions. In fact, I have quite a lot of inspired version perfumes that I really love and really enjoy. However, this one is not one of them. But I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about it yet. So it's kind of in the maybe I will declutter it pile. But I know it's in very high demand. And I know a lot of people love it and want it. So, and of course, Bujairami is very, very clever to have created the inspiration for it, because it is selling like hotcakes. So there's that. And finally, this is the Vanilla Dream. And this is their inspired version of Giardini di Toscano's Bianco Latte. And we have talked about my feelings about Bianco Latte. And so I've got this sitting here and I'm wondering, oh, do I want it? Do I want to keep it? Do I like it enough? Why would I keep a bottle of perfume, even though it's an inspired version? And it is very, very close to the original because I have the original. I can compare them. But I don't love the scent profile for the original anyway. So these two are on my maybe I will declutter list. And yeah, so I've got the two vanillas that I will definitely declutter. I've got my Kayali Love Fest Burning Cherry that I'll definitely declutter. And then I have got the 4 minis of the other Kayali, including Rose Oud, Vanilla Oud, and Cafe Oud that I will declutter, and Yum Pistachio Gelato. So I'll figure out what I want for them, and I'll probably just list them in the perfume groups that I'm in and see who wants them. So that's kind of where I'm at with those. And yes, the dupe spot is gonna become a room spray. So that's it for my Monday perfume video. That's all I've got. I haven't actually kind of picked down anything that I'm going to wear for the week because I think I want to take a little break on just, picking out a bunch to wear for the week, and then just kind of wear whatever I like and keep track and talk about it. Yesterday we went in for Mother's Day and I wore Tom Ford's Vanilla Sex, and that was gorgeous. I love that perfume. I know that one's very controversial and very polarizing, but I love it. And I was in a sort of a beige colored dress, which kind of matched the perfume. And I'm a little bit visual, and I think I was a little bit lazy as well. So I just grabbed that and wore it because, one, I loved it, and two, it matched my dress. I don't know. There's nothing more intellectual or deep about some of my perfume decisions. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. And I will catch you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll, yeah, so, do all the things. That's right, Deanna, you have to say this. Oh, hey, I'm back again. Didn't go for long, did I? I forgot. It was on a different shelf, but I have this bottle of Bujairami's, The Shake, which is their inspired version of Arabian's Tonka by Montel, which I know a lot of people really, really love, and they love that perfume. But for some reason, there's something in this particular perfume that doesn't agree with me. Like, I can smell the oud, and it's fine, and I can smell a little bit of the tonka and the amber, but on the dry down, and I don't know what it is, but I have noticed it with a number of the Bujairami perfumes, and I've noticed it with a number of Middle Eastern perfumes, is there is a lot of, I don't know if it's the oud or if it's what it is, but there is this metallic burnt rubber kind of a smell. And I can even smell it just right off the bottle with this one. And maybe it's the oud, but on the dry down, it just kind of smells metallic and like burnt rubber on me or to me. And a lot of the Middle Eastern perfumes, this one and a number of other Bujairami inspired perfumes, I get that, and I don't like that smell. I mean, there are probably people who like the smell of burnt rubber. I'm not one of them. So anyway, that's on the declutter list as well, and that is also going to go bye-bye. And thank you for bearing with me and allowing me to finish this up because I forgot something. And I will catch you next time. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTubey things. And I really appreciate you and really appreciate you watching my video. Bye-bye.